asking about the running back situation, and I find it quite interesting as well because this Cam Davis now Harris, he obviously started to get the ball late in the season. I know he had a really good game against Georgia Tech, and there were a few other games like 8 carries, 50, 60-yard kind of games where he started to show himself. Lorenzo Lingard, do we have any idea what his health status is?
Lorenzo Lingard should be fine. You see him at all of the events that are around and everything. I believe his uncle, I think it is, on Twitter, put it out there that, they did the conditioning with like some stupid number of 110s. It was like 33 or 55. It was like some stupid number of wind sprints that the team engaged in recently. And he was just like, yeah, so guess who came in first both times that the team had to do that? Lorenzo Lingard. So, yeah, he's still going through his rehab and everything, but I don't have any information that I've heard or seen or read reported by anybody else to lead me to believe that he won't be, in good shape moving forward. And if you saw the picture of him as a referee at whichever 7-on-7 camp that Miami had, dude is jacked. Dude is jacked. Like he has pipes on him now. So he's definitely been in that weight room. So, I think that, Lingard's going to be fine moving forward. Obviously, you have that kind of mental hurdle of coming back from an injury that was sustained. I believe his was in practice, so it was still on the field. So you have that mental hurdle of, just performing and not thinking about your body, about, okay, well, I got hurt, or, I'm looking out for this guy out of the corner of my eye that I never would look for before. I would just kind of, make a cut and make a miss. It's that kind of Boobie Miles thing from Friday Night Lights where, do you question it or do you go? So I think it might take a little bit of time for him to get back into the swing of things just because he's been out of he missed the last half of the year and, he wasn't a full go during spring because he was still rehabbing. But yeah, Lorenzo Lingard should be fine. Cam Harris obviously continues to take big steps forward. And he was like the other running back in the class last year. But when Lingard was a 5-star, like top 5 back in America, Cam Davis was still a top 10 back in America and a 4-star. And he's proven that he had very, very good skills. And then DJ Dallas was a, top 10 athlete his year coming out as a 4-star as well. So yeah, at the running back position, Miami has 3 good options. It's going to be DJ Dallas starting. It's going to be Cam Harris and then Lorenzo Lingard, I would say in that order. And then as the season goes on, just like any good team should do, ride the hot hand. If it's Lingard, cool. If it's Harris, cool. If it's Dallas, cool. Absent injury, then if they got the juice, then give them the rock. But yeah, I think but beyond that, beyond those 3, Robert Burns looks the part. He's still the glass man. Can he stay healthy for any period of time, even like through practice or through fall camp? And then there's no more scholarship running backs beyond those 4. So yeah, obviously, in this recruiting class, Miami is looking to bring in 2, maybe even a transfer, depending on, if DJ Dallas leaves early, because that would, help regenerate or rebuild the depth of that position. But yeah, Miami does still have top end talent at running back. I'm not worried about it.
As soon as you said DJ Dallas and you also said riding the hot hand, my mind went to Orange Bowl against Wisconsin. And you're going to remember the sequence much better than me. I think they were up 14-3. Yeah. DJ Dallas ripped off like 2 really nice runs. And I know you don't run against Wisconsin like the entire game, like let's throw 4 passes, but it's working right now. And he didn't see the ball for like 4 drives after that. And I just wondered what's going on here. And they started, and Rozier wasn't throwing the ball well. And they were running it down their throats for like 2 or 3 consecutive plays with him, like ripping off like 12, 14-yard runs. And they went right away from it.
We were literally running them out of the building. It's our home stadium, obviously, the Hard Rock Stadium where the Orange Bowl is played. And they couldn't run with us. It was, and I've been saying that for years. You saw that in the Russell Athletic Bowl or what is it? Whatever it is in Orlando, the Camping World Bowl now against West Virginia some years ago. And I said, dude, let's go. They can't run with us. And even Wisconsin, they got big boys, they got a couple skilled players, but they can't run with us. DJ Dallas up the outside for a 55-yard touchdown, boom. And then the worst interception I've ever seen to start the second quarter on that tunnel screen. Why? Just why? And it was just so stupid. And yeah, okay, Casey McDermott missed his block. You're supposed to, cut the defensive end and get his hands on the ground. He missed that block. There's a 6'6" guy with a white jersey right in front of your face. I don't care if it's supposed to be a timing throw. If you see the other colored jersey, then you put it in your pocket and you take a sack. Instead of saying, because he looked, I've watched the replay many times. Malik Rozier looked before he threw that ball. So he saw that guy there. Don't come at me. No. I mean, and just even the thought there. Yeah, you're on what, the 20-yard line or 18 or something like that. You know what's a good thing to do there? In the words of my friend JT Wilcox, run the ball, because they couldn't stop it. If you're going wildcat, if you're going jet sweep, if you're going toss, whatever you're doing, you don't have to run a 34 dive up the middle, but or a zone read or whatever it was in the offense. You didn't have to do that, but they couldn't stop it. And then you give them new life. They obviously score a one play later. It's 14-10. And then all of a sudden, Mark Richt is the play caller. He goes into his shell. The offense is like, oh, well, that was our shot to, really take a big lead and everything. It was terrible. But I mean, that's another anecdotal story about how bad Miami's offense was, or some of the choices on offense were, because the other things that we were doing were clearly working. Wisconsin was off of their game. We were about to knock them out. We're going to run them out of the building, and decided to run this stupid tunnel screen that we hadn't run all year and clearly couldn't execute. That's probably why we hadn't seen it all year. And then, whatever. But